Most people can think of nothing better than being a celebrity. With this status often comes fame and fortune, allowing actors, singers, and other public figures to live a life of luxury that the rest of the public can only dream of. Yet, despite the fact that being a celebrity is something that many aspire to, there are those who have turned their back on fame and quit show business to go back to living a normal life. These aren't famous movie stars who were hounded out of Hollywood for their behavior or musicians who had breakdowns. Instead, these are promising talented people who quit well before their time. Whether they just couldn't handle the fame that came with the job or had to leave it all behind because of personal tragedy. These are famous people who gave up their fame and now work normal jobs. These people who quit acting to lead regular lives remind us that celebrity is fleeting and not always desirable. Number 10. Phoebe Cates. Phoebe Cates sprung to stardom as a child actress. Her standout moment came in the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High, when she instantly became a global sex symbol. She also had breakout roles in Gremlins and Drop Dead Fred before finally retiring from acting in 1994. The primary reason behind this was so that she could settle down with her husband Kevin Kline and look after their children. Cates has since started her own business in New York, selling women's clothing and jewelry. Number 9. Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman was once one of the most well-known actors working in Hollywood. Following his breakout role in Bonnie and Clyde as Buck Barrow, he starred in a variety of other films, including Mississippi Burning, Superman, the movie, and Enemy of the State. His last role was in the 2004 flick Welcome to Mooseport, after which he quit acting altogether. He turned his hand to writing historical fiction novels and has turned down several roles, preferring to work from home where he's comfortable. Number 8. Glenda Jackson. Glenda Jackson began her career in acting during the 1950s and rose through the ranks in stage performances in the United Kingdom before transitioning to film in the 60s. She experienced much success over the next decade, winning 2 Oscars for Best Actress for her roles in Women in Love and A Touch of Class, as well as receiving 2 more nominations in the same category. Despite her success, she quit acting to pursue a career in politics. She ran as an MP for the Labour Party in the 1992 general election and stayed in the House of Commons until 2015. Number 7. Rick Moranis. Most people remember Rick Moranis for his comedic roles in movies such as Ghostbusters, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Little Shop of Horrors. Following the death of his wife in 1991 from breast cancer, the actor slowly began to scale back his work commitments as he took sole responsibility for bringing up his children as a single father. By 1997, he had quit acting completely. "I'm a single parent, and I just found that it was too difficult to manage raising my kids and doing the traveling involved in making movies," he told USA Today. "So I took a little bit of a break. And the little bit of a break turned into a longer break, and then I found that I really didn't miss it." Number 6. Cary Grant. British-born Cary Grant began acting at a very young age, joining theater groups before he was a teenager. After moving to Hollywood to pursue a film career, he appeared in movies such as North by Northwest, That Touch of Mink, and The Philadelphia Story. During that time, Grant became one of the most prominent and bankable leading men in the business. Having become disillusioned with Hollywood and the lack of good scripts he received, he retired from acting at 62 to concentrate on his other business interests and look after his newborn daughter. Number 5. Peter Ostrom. No one who came across Peter Ostrom today would likely realize that he was once Charlie from the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. After completing the movie, he decided against doing any more acting work and settled back into a quiet life. After his family acquired a horse in his teenage years, he became interested in veterinary medicine and earned a doctorate degree in the subject. He became a vet specializing in serving large animals such as cows and horses. Number 4. Michael Scofield. Having appeared in a number of films during his brief acting career, Michael Scofield is perhaps best known for his role as Jake Ryan in 16 Candles. After settling down with his wife and having 2 children, the Pennsylvania-born actor quit the business to focus more on his family. He also explained that the number of jobs being offered to him was not enough to keep him acting. Instead, he now owns his own store that sells handcrafted wooden furniture that he makes himself. Number 3. Mary Badham. With no prior acting experience, Mary Badham won the role of Gregory Peck's tomboy daughter Scout in To Kill a Mockingbird, 1960, over 2,000 other applicants. The novice thespian won praise and earned a Best Supporting Actress Oscar nomination for her naturalistic, unaffected performance. Badham only appeared in 2 other films, as the narrator recalls the romantic exploits of her older sister, Natalie Wood. In This Property is Condemned, and as a girl who assists an heir outwit his murderous relative in and Let's Kill Uncle, both 1966. After a few appearances on TV episodes of shows like Dr. Kildare and Twilight Zone, she retired from acting and moved to a Virginia farm. Her older brother is director John Badham. American actress Mary Badham is best known for appearing in To Kill a Mockingbird as Jean Louise, Scout Finch. After appearing in 2 other productions over the next few years, she retired from acting at the age of just 14. Instead, she went on to lecture and work as an art restorer in Virginia. She has since made small cameos in a select few films, but has mainly concentrated on her other career. Number 2. Jake Lloyd. A child star who booked one iconic role, Jake Lloyd experienced the best and worst aspects of fame during his brief career. Born March 5, 1989 in Fort Collins, Jake Lloyd recurred on NBC 1994-2009 and The Pretender NBC 1996-2000 before playing the son of Marisol Tomei in Unhook the Stars 1996 and of Arnold Schwarzenegger in Jingle All the Way 1996. He won the part of a lifetime and instant global fame when George Lucas cast him in the hotly anticipated Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace, 1999, as the young Anakin Skywalker, the future Darth Vader. With a building fan frenzy rarely seen in Hollywood, the film and Lloyd were showered with unprecedented media attention and featured in countless tie-ins and merchandise. Accordingly, the young actor seemed poised to capitalize on his success, but when Phantom hit the theaters, it divided audiences and critics at best and spawned outright vitriol at worst. Besides the controversial CGI character Jar Jar Binks, Lloyd's performance as Anakin, fairly or not, earned the lion's share of scathing reviews to the point where the real-life actor would later describe how bullied and belittled he had felt at just age 11, both in the public eye as well as in his private life. Burned by the Phantom backlash and bristling at being reduced to a pop culture punchline, Lloyd effectively retired from acting after playing the son of James Caviezel and Mary McCormack in the racing drama Madison, 2005. Lloyd, now going by the name Jake Broadbent, was arrested in South Carolina on June 17, 2015 and charged with resisting arrest, driving without a license, and reckless driving. In April 2016, Lloyd was transferred from prison to a psychiatric facility after it was determined that the former actor suffered from schizophrenia. Number 1. Charlie Korsmo. Charles Korsmo, born 1978, is best known for his child acting roles, playing Peter Pan's son Jack Banning alongside mustachioed villain Dustin Hoffman in the 1991 box office smash hook and the kid in 1990's hit Dick Tracy. Since then, he has earned a degree in physics from MIT and worked for the government in missile defense at the Environmental Protection Agency and for the GOP in the House of Representatives. After obtaining his law degree from Yale in 2006 and passing the New York bar exam in 2007, he spent time as an associate at Sullivan and Cromwell before moving into academia and is currently assistant professor at Case Western Reserve University. Charlie Korsmo had childhood roles in Hook and What About Bob, and is easily recognizable among 90s kid actors. Despite putting out 6 movies between 1990 and 1991, the North Dakota-born child actor quit making movies in 1998. Instead, he went to college and earned a degree in physics before going on to work for the Environmental Protection Agency. He later studied law at Yale University before working as a professor at the Case Western Reserve University School of Law. With that, we come to the end of today's video. Don't forget to join in the next time for more of such interesting content.